So, any last thoughts on C&P before I go nuts?
For C&P exams, I liked how you mentioned about the, it messes up the quality of my life. I swear on my life, this morning I wake up, I'm just scrolling on my phone because that's what I'm doing. And I'm on the Facebooks and I see a veteran post a question on a certain group and talks about flat feet. And the comment had, I don't know, probably 15, 16 likes on it. And it said, hey, when you have your C&P exam, talk about the worst day of your life. And I'm just reading it like, bro, what are you saying and how are people agreeing with you? Because that's not in the scheduled ratings at all. It talks about pronounced flat feet and bilateral and unilateral and that stuff. And it got nothing to do with my back hurts. Oh, my feet hurt, so I sit down. Okay. And right. So it goes back to really what you said is not just have your evidence, but you have to know your evidence, right? I had migraines in 2012 when I came back from my deployment. Boom. That's much better than, oh, my migraines affect my quality of life. Okay. And that is answer my question. That's my that's
I
my
agree.
last thought. I can't believe that
Yeah,
happened this morning, but whatever. I should probably go back and do some
yeah.
comments on that post.
You
But
know, and you're right, Clay. I mean, I see that all the time too, and I've heard it through now and in my past professional life all the time. That the people's advice to others that are going to go through a C&P exam, regardless of what it's for, just tell them how much it affects your quality of life, and you can't do anything, and it's like, no, I mean, you maybe for like mental health, sure, but everything else, probably you need to be looking at your at your
mhm.
schedule of ratings and actually give them what they're looking for so they can rate in your favor. I'm just saying. I mean, if you have the rule book, you might as well cheat. So there's no guesswork. It's right there. You look at it. So what's the next topic, Clay? Let's
All right.
jump into that.
The second problem with the VA, and this is just our opinion, okay? My opinion is transparency, right? So we have, you can request your C file, but that takes anywhere from 6 to 9 months. All right. On average, I've seen 5 months just in the comment section of various videos. But I like to say 6 on the low end, 9 on the high end. And I would make the argument that if the VA was simply more transparent throughout the
Mm,
claims process, right? If they were more transparent, you wouldn't have all of these questions. And I'll give you an example. There's a tool on Google Chrome. It's a Google Chrome extension. It's veteran made. It complies with all the cybersecurity policies of Google Chrome. Okay. And it's a Chrome extension. When you go on to va.gov and track your claim, it will give you more information as to where your claim is at. I don't want to get too nerdy about it, but that Google Chrome extension pulls information that's already there. Meaning, what that means is the VA has the information on their website,
you're right.
but it's blocked by a wall. The Google Chrome reaches through and pulls the information out. And so, what that makes me ask is, well, why the heck is the
Mm,
VA hiding information from veterans? That's what they're doing. Okay. Now, is it intentional? I don't know. Right. All I'm saying is if the VA was just more transparent about, don't give me code 416 or code 417. A DBQ has been processed and sent. Don't give me that. Just let me know more information. Let me see the DBQ. Why do veterans have to request to the regional office or to a VSO that has VBMS access? Hey, can I see my DBQ results? Why is that a thing? If my wife right now, she uses private healthcare, private insurance. If she wants her entire medical record, it'll take a few days, a week tops. They will send a link electronically that's password protected, HIPAA compliance. She can log in, verify her, two-factor authentication, and download her medical records like that. Me, if I did that, the VA Blue Button report, sure, easy peasy. but my C file for my DBQs, whatever information was processed, my service treatment records, that's probably the biggest one. We're talking 6 to 9 months. And I just can't, I can't find, I generally try to play both sides of the fence here. I cannot find a single argument as to why the VA would keep that information close hold other than to leave the veteran over here and let the VA do VA stuff. And that is a critical, I would say, a single point of failure when it comes to veteran frustration with the VA is a lack of transparency. None of that is fact-based. That's all opinion-based. But I would definitely like to hear your thoughts on transparency, what you think about it from the VA's perspective on claims specifically.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, Clay. Why is it easier to get medical HIPAA information, right? I mean, you can get stuff through the HIPAA wall to yourself because and Stan is pissed off now. Great. So you can get this stuff very easily for yourself on the VHA side.
Mm-hmm.
But on the VBA side, the Veterans Benefits Administration side, not so easy. Stan's pissed. So I think that you're onto something here. And I think that, really the VA would probably save some time. Now, the only reason why I would think, so devil's advocate here, and why we have Stan going off in the background, devil's advocate here on this a little bit. VHA, VBA, two different components. One that's more user friendly, supposed to be, right? Healthcare it's all about service, right? Where VBA is claims and adjudication and trying to figure it out and deny and approve, right? So it's a different world, and maybe they just haven't caught up with just being able to create a blue button for the VBA side because they're so busy, backlog of claims. What's the most important thing we should be working on? Should we be trying to work on creating a green button on the VBA side for folks to get their information, or should we work on trying to hammer out these claims? I don't know. But the reality is that yes, it should be very easy for us to get. Now, I'll go to what would be the main thing somebody would want that they don't have instant access to. Typically, it would be maybe like a C&P exam result, okay? Or a DBQ that was completed by somebody, not your personal doctor, to figure out, and why do you want that? To figure out why you were denied. I mean, that's really the only reason you want that. So you were denied now, is what happened. Because chances are most people are just waning, right? I've had my C&P exam. They filled out a DBQ. I'm waiting on my results. Bam, I got my results. I disagree with them. I want copies of that information.